Yo, what is up, fam? I already recorded this intro, but I forgot to press the record button. My, um, my, I needed a day off, fam. I'm sorry I didn't upload yesterday. I try to upload every day, but I never been hacked before for my RuneScape Gold, so, uh, I just slept like 10 plus hours, and, let's just get into a reaction, fam. Hollywood won't cast these 7 actors anymore. Why? And yeah, I just felt like really just down sad yesterday, and I was considering quitting reactions, but I don't know. We're just gonna keep working on reactions, working on ourself development until we can move on to other content, or we could just reactions are always a good thing to do, or not always. If only if people watch them. And people watch the reactions, but not enough that I can make a really good income right now. I looked at a Reddit post a while ago, and it kind of stuck with me, I guess. How someone said that it takes years to build a reaction channel. Now, this is the lowest point in my career right now as a full-time content creator. Partially because I'm not working as hard, and partially because not many actually want to see the reaction, and that's understandable. That's understandable, fam. I don't watch reactions that much myself, but I know there's a market for them, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep working on my craft as a reactor, fam. It's not like it's a bad niche in the space, but I will still I want to be an all-rounder in the YouTube game, and not just be a reactor, but right now we're just working on this. Well, we're working on reactions, and we'll see where we take it. Because I have other plans. But let's check it out, fam.
Were no longer cast by Hollywood, beginning with
Borat? They're no longer casting Borat?
Sean William Scott, whose
I did watch a few minutes of this, but I figured, hey, let's watch it on stream.
performance as Stifler in American Pie was so iconic that it actually hindered him from landing future roles. Sean stated in a 2010 interview, "I had so much fun and loved the character, but I don't want to be known as that character forever. Now I'm realizing that I probably will be known as that character forever." Also adding in a Conan O'Brien interview that Stifler's basically all he's seen as when fans meet him in real life.
Back in the day when I was like 12 years old, somebody told me, hey, are you this such and such? And it was like an actor on a show. I was like, no. He's like, alright, that's okay.
People
That was on my birthday at a pizza place.
think you're Stifler? Do you have situations where people...
No, people think that I'm my guy.
Yeah.
They think that I'm Stifler.
This made it difficult for Sean to land any role where he wasn't playing a douchey frat boy, although this wasn't so much of an issue at the start. He'd star in films such as Dude, Where's My Car?, The Dukes of Hazzard, as well as Role Models, finding success in each film with the American Pie persona. However, these types of raunchy teen comedies aren't all that common anymore.
As the Dukes of Hazzard is a hit.
And with Sean William Scott approaching his 50th birthday, it's not difficult to see why he no longer has the same utility as he used to. Between 2019 and 2022, Sean didn't appear in a single production, yet he would return in a TV series called Welcome to Flatch, in which Sean still
he's good.
looks exactly like Stifler over 23 years later.
Yeah.
Although Sean William Scott isn't the only actor with this problem.
Oh gosh, the McLovin memes, fam. I also grew up listening to McLovin memes. I don't think I've even seen the full movie. But everybody in my school is talking about McLovin. I was like, bro, it kind of looks like me.
As Christopher Mintz-Plasse has been unable to escape the legendary name McLovin ever since starring in Superbad.
Legendary, fam.
The movie was literally Chris's very first acting role, being cast for his unique nerdy appearance, which when
Imagine being cast with these guys as your first acting role, bro.
plastered on a certain iconic fake ID, made him recognizable to everybody.
Yeah, bro, everybody told me about that, man. Hawaii with the rainbow and everything. Born in 1981.
It stated in a Vanity Fair interview, "The day after it came out, I was a nobody, 18 years old. I'd never done anything in my life. And then the next day I go to a Habit restaurant, and then someone across the way goes McLovin in front of like 40 people. Then I was like, oh, something is changing in the atmosphere here," leading to concerns from fellow Superbad co-star Emma Stone, who stated, "Is Chris Mintz-Plasse going to be called McLovin for the rest of his life?" Chris had found himself
Hey, he changes appearance as he ages, man. And so do YouTubers. If you go to YouTubers like videos 1 to 2 years ago, and you compare it to like a video that's only like a way like a more recent video, it's gonna be they're gonna look different. I don't know why. Sometimes they don't look different though.
with the same curse as Sean William Scott, which is interesting as the two would star alongside each other only 1 year after Superbad, where Chris played a character very similar to McLovin. More than half of his 5 most recent films have been voice acting roles, possibly done so he could disassociate from McLovin, yet on the trailer for his most recent film called Honor Roll, one of the top comments is still, "You know you're getting old when McLovin from Superbad now plays guidance counselor roles in teen movies." Despite being unable to escape the curse of McLovin.
Dang, bro. What if he got like I'm not sure if you can get like eye surgery and then, you know, just like if he gets the glasses, he will not be recognized as McLovin. I think. Like if he can find a way to not wear the glasses.
Christopher Mintz-Plasse has managed to find success in the music industry with his
But I'm not sure that's possible.
band called Main Man. When asked during an interview, "Do you ever feel pulled toward acting or music more than the other?" Chris responded by stating, "I would love to keep balancing the two. I think I'm very lucky and grateful for where I am right now that I can do both. Acting, you can work for 3 months and not work for 6 months. So in that time, I love the momentum of music and everything that's going on. The momentum right now is very musical. I kind of just go with the flow, and it seems as though Jim Carrey has taken on a similar attitude."
Jim Carrey, bro? Hollywood cast Jim Carrey still. They do for sure.
In the early days, Jim Carrey had a never-ending list of cult
He chipped his tooth.
classic films. The Grinch, The
I chipped my tooth recently as well.
Mask, The Truman Show, Dumb and Dumber, Ace Ventura.
This guy like dominated the 90s with
even Eternal
so many freaking appearances, bro. I remember seeing that the movie Liar Liar. We never finished it, bro. Don't spoil it in the comments, please.
Sunshine of a Spotless Mind was amazing. However, when was the last time you heard any hype around a Jim Carrey movie after maybe the second Dumb and Dumber almost 10 years ago? There's a good reason for this. Between 2016 and 2020, Jim Carrey took a 4-year hiatus from acting, which seemed to have been catalyzed by the death of his ex-girlfriend in late 2015. The tragedy not only resulted in grief, but Jim Carrey also had to spend the
Dang, I didn't know that.
entirety of 2017 embroiled in various lawsuits related to her passing. He was dismissed of any legal wrongdoing in early 2018, yet only 6 months later in a
Dang, bro, he's in a legal battle?
Hollywood Reporter interview, it was explained that Jim Carrey was an actor who had effectively renounced his own celebrity after stating, "I just didn't want to be in the business anymore. I didn't like what was happening, the corporations taking over and all that. And maybe it's because I felt pulled toward a different type of creative outlet." Jim Carrey instead began to focus on painting, and while he would return to acting for a brief period in 2020,
Hey, he's got that money. He can retire.
he'd go on to state this in April 2022.
Well,
Wait, he was in Sonic?
I'm retiring, but I really like my quiet life, and I
Dude, I can't wait to retire and have a quiet life, fam. Tell me
really love
about
putting
it.
paint on canvas. And this is something you might never hear another celebrity say as long as time exists. I have enough. I've done enough. I am enough.
He added that Sonic the Hedgehog 2 would be his final movie, and apart from a small appearance in the Weeknd's Out of Time music video, Jim Carrey has stayed true to his retirement. But whatever happened to Tobey Maguire? As summarized well by this comment, "I don't care what other movies this guy plays in, he will always be Spider-Man to me, and while this is true for most Tobey Maguire fans, he isn't really typecast in the same
Oh gosh, bro. Am I gonna be known as fan of if I go into the Hollywood world or something?
way as McLovin or Stifler. He found success playing fairly unique roles in other films such as The Great Gatsby, yet since 2014 almost
Bro, after seeing like Jim Carrey's chipped tooth, I feel how my tooth is chipped and it hurts, bro. But he's getting roles. Look, Boss Baby was a great film. Spider-Man's, I don't watch Spider-Man, so yeah. But Bob's Baby was a great film, though.
10 years ago, he appeared in no more than 3 films and 1 episode of a TV show. Why? He's not a romantic lead, he's not an action star, he's not a comedic actor, he's not a Shakespearean. His boyish good looks were appealing in his 20s and 30s, but not when he's in his early 40s. Basically, Tobey Maguire has a limited range as an actor, and there aren't many roles for him within that range. Besides being fairly limited in terms of what roles he can play, Tobey Maguire has also found himself in numerous media scandals. In 2015, it was reported that Maguire won as much as 30 to 40 million from illegal
Jeez, bro.
poker games over the course of 3 years,
Rich.
with most of this money having come from a hedge fund manager who's now serving 10 years in prison himself for running an illegal Ponzi scheme. The poker games were organized by a woman named Molly Bloom, who wrote in her memoir that Maguire asked her to bark like a seal who wants a fish in order to earn $1,000 poker chip.
Bro, I would do the same.
The poker game organizer added that she tried to laugh it off. However, the actor persisted and said, "I'm not kidding, what's wrong? You're too rich now, you won't bark for $1,000? On top of this scandal, there are
Oh, bro. Somebody come in my stream and tell me to buy it for $1,000 any day, fam.
YouTube compilations dedicated solely to Tobey Maguire getting angry at paparazzi, although the main reason behind why he's disappeared from Hollywood is because he's busy making movies as opposed to acting in them. Despite having acted in only 4
He's going for the executive role, the producer role.
productions since 2014,
It's a comfy role. It's also an uncomfortable role. Depends what kind of part you want to be in the industry, fam. I personally kind of always dreamed of being the executive producer. I also kind of always dreamed of being the actor. So I guess we're the actor for now. I mean, how do I be executive producer? The only way I could be a quote unquote executive producer is if I like, I don't know, edit stuff without adding voice or commentary or my webcam, and that's not something I really want to do right now.
he's been the producer for 8 movies during the same time period, which is significantly more prolific than Taylor Lautner, who was blacklisted by Hollywood for a much more brutal reason. Taylor Lautner became an overnight sensation at the age of 16 after starring in the incredibly famous series Twilight, with his attractive physical appearance helping him to land the role and maintain
Oh yeah, I remember this. This was always on the show as well, man.
an audience of dedicated teenage fangirls. Almost every Taylor Lautner interview focused on his body.
So everybody's talking about the scene where you
I didn't even know Ariana did this type of stuff. She won't now, but
drop your pants. How
What
was
the-
that?
With the whole Team Jacob vs. Team Edward fiasco, helping Taylor Lautner to earn an estimated $40 million
oh, this right here, bro. This right here, bro. Everybody knew about this, bro. I was like, bro, why even asking me what team? I didn't even watch the show.
from the franchise. He was so famous that for 10 whole years, he didn't go to a grocery store, movie theater, or a mall, although over time, this insane level of fame began to fade. The 4 movies he starred in after Twilight each failed to crack 6 stars on IMDb, the worst of which being described as a 4th-rate Hollywood thriller that bundles a lot of thievery from better movies, is entirely bereft of suspense or excitement, and features a leading man who absolutely positively cannot act. And by 2016, Taylor Lautner had stopped exercising altogether, leading him to lose the
He's like, yo, okay, you want me for your body? I'm not gonna work out.
body that had made him so famous in the first place.
And
He's totally disassociating from the scene, bro. I think he's like, yo, I made my money. Why should I continue to act?
you know what happens when you don't want to see a gym is you start losing the 8-pack. Seeing it online was very tough, and being like, wow, he's let it all go. I was like, oh man, did I really let it all go?
It'd be unfair to call Taylor Lautner's Twilight success lucky, as he definitely had to put in a lot of work prior to landing the role, but it did
For
seem
sure.
like he'd caught the right wave at the right time. The movie demanded a
Same, bro. Sam Sulek's getting rich from being buff. This dude's getting rich for being buff.
fit guy in his late teens, which Taylor
This feels like a horror movie. You look at the view and stuff, bro. Like scary random house in the woods. totally reminds me of a horror movie. I mean, that's what kind of Twilight is, right?
Lautner suited perfectly at the time. However, this on its own was insufficient to ensure any long-term success. But while every person we've discussed so far has continued to land
Matt
small
Damon?
roles here and there, it's time
Cameron
to talk
Diaz? Bro, he's talking about every single, like, star that, when I was in my, like, teens and, like, over 10 years old, they were just having a comeuppance. So,
about Cameron Diaz, who hasn't been cast in a single movie since 2014.
what
She
happened
found
to her,
massive
bro? She was everywhere. I didn't even know she was in this movie.
success with movies such as Shrek, Charlie's Angels, and There's Something About Mary, holding the title of the highest paid actress over the age of 40, while appearing in multiple films every year up until her
Oh, for sure she's gonna retire then.
disappearance. So what happened? Well, unlike most of the others we've covered in this video, Cameron Diaz's vanishing from Hollywood instead came from her end. She'd explained in an interview with Kevin Hart that as someone who performed at the top level of her field, she needed to spend every waking hour focusing on the craft, and she was tired of living such a singular focused life. Cameron Diaz has instead had a baby, written 2 self-help books, and launched a wine brand called Aveline, which seems to be much more than what Sacha Baron Cohen has been up to.
Alright. Last one here, fam. This is the one I want to know about, because I seen this movie. I seen this movie when I was super young, where I was like, dude, why is it like this, bro? It was kind of a shock movie because of one scene.
After Borat grossed over $250 million back in 2006, Sacha Baron Cohen saw a steady decline in the performance of every film afterwards. The Dictator did $180 million, Bruno did $140 million, yet by 2016, Grimsby did only $28 million on a budget of $35 million, meaning the film lost $7 million.
Oh, they should have had a Borat 2. They should have had a Borat 2, man. Yeah, the one-hit wonder, bro. Why did they make a second one?
Whilst prompting reviews such as Baron Cohen is a one-trick pony and his shtick has worn thin. In 2016, he stated that Hollywood would be too scared to make Borat today, explaining that the incredibly crude humor which made the movie so successful was better suited to when the film was first released. The kind of stuff he pulled off in Borat is much harder to do in this YouTube/iPhone age, as Cohen himself admitted while doing press for this.
Yeah, this is before phones, so if you try to go to like because he would always go to public places, so if you try to go to a public place now, people just pull out their phone and I don't know.
The same kind of problem can also be applied to Bruno in The Dictator, but it's the risky comedy in these films that makes them so entertaining to watch.
I didn't know he was in those movies. I didn't know about those movies.
On top of being more limited in terms of what jokes he can make, Sacha Baron Cohen has also been limited by lawsuits. He stated in a 2012 interview that he could no.
I am enough.
He added,
Darn it.
whilst prompting reviews released, the kind of stuff he pulled off in can also be applied to films that makes them so. Also been limited by lawsuits. He stated in a 2012 interview that he could no longer make movies like Borat and Bruno, as the movies I did up till now, they involved real people. At the moment, I think I have the Guinness World Record for the most sued actor in history, with Borat accounting for at least 7 of these lawsuits. Despite this, Sacha Baron Cohen did release Borat 2 in October 2020, which was purchased by Amazon for $80 million. So while it's clear that he is still finding success with these roles, it'll be interesting
no, he's
to
good.
observe the performance of his.
Dang, I didn't know Amazon had that movie. Well, they do. I don't think Jim Carrey really needs to do more. He ended up with a fun role in Sonic 2, and I don't think anyone will complain. He's got a really strong set of movies he's already been in. He really did his best. He's done enough. Carrey retired. McGuire took. What this guy said. Bro, if you're watching a Sunny V2 video, you should know that that's his style. It's not like the most dramatic. Like, you know. Anyways, I'll see you next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out Sunny V2 description. I'll see you guys next one. And yeah, that day off helped me a little bit mentally. See you next one.